My friends, thanks for being here on this marvelous Monday, April 7th of 2025. We are 10 days away from the Las Vegas meetup, and I'm excited. I'm very excited. I'm going to be in Vegas the Tuesday, just ahead of that. Going to be hanging out there. Going to do the morning show and then head for Vegas on Tuesday. So not obviously today, this Tuesday, but I think, is that next Tuesday? Man, it's next Tuesday. Woo! Very excited about that. Going to be hanging out. Going to have a few days. Going to send out messages to people who check the community tab and on Twitter. Hey, I'm going to be here at this time. If you want to hang out, whatever. Going to go try and do some things. I think it'll be a lot of fun. There are lots of opportunities to do fun things in Vegas area 51 or whatever it's called. Area something. Anyway, gonna check that out again. Always new stuff there. The horror area I don't think is open yet, but the theme park is coming soon as well. So maybe next year that'll be something we can do. Joanna, I did hear about Mr. H's Lexus being stolen in London while he was at the gym. I was actually on that stream for about half an hour watching everybody's conversation and everything. Kind of a terrible story. I feel really bad for him. I'm sure we'll talk about it tomorrow on the HCast, your favorite afternoon evening podcast. But today is part of the 6-Minute Daily. Part of the conversation might lean towards things that could be uncomfortable for people, talking about tariffs, what they really are, what they mean, and the fact that most of the world is already starting to cave to the tariffs. And it's only been, 4 days maybe? Went into effect maybe Wednesday? Hard to say. When you tell people tariffs weren't even in effect yet, when they start complaining about prices, they kind of get upset. I don't want anybody to get upset. We're just going to talk about them, and we're going to talk about what's going on with them as part of the news, because the news cycle is dominated by a negative and mostly incorrect and essentially misleading narrative. So we're definitely talking about that. Two Petty Puppets in the house. You used to do a stand-up monologue on Sunday nights. It was my Monday morning routine. Bring that back, please. It's hard to bring a Sunday night show back. My responsibilities on Sunday have expanded, so I don't know that it could happen. Maybe. Let's see if we can get the channel up over 50,000-60,000 or so, and maybe there'll be enough revenue that I can get some other people to, do some things, pay them to do some things. That might be one of the ways to do that. Me and my monkey is in the house. Great to see you this morning. Jill is out there wrenching away. Appreciate you, Jill. We've got Snortapoopus Cuber, our favorite polar bar. We do have a bear story today. Native Hawaiian is here. He's 808 forever, my friend. Mahalo and aloha. Thank you and hello. We've got Spider Unlimited out there in the world, along with the amazing Ruby Hoove, who is consistently generous with not five, but a Culture Casino membership 5 days a week on the show. There, see? Trying to clean up my misspeak. But Ruby Hooves every day, and Hoove seems to be every day, and there are many of you who are every day, and I just want you to know I appreciate each and every one of you. Krimlon is out there. Great to see you, Krimlon. Thank you for your support. We've got Ms. Pick Cafe, not only on the red side, but on the green side, fighting for freedom. That's right. Let's get ready to rumble. Bimo Betta is green as well. Good to see you, my friend. Tom F is here and there and everywhere. Speaking of the amazing folks I have in my chat, Liberty Hall's cat, the amazing cat that's everywhere as well. Good to see you, my friend, and thank you. Programming update as we go through everybody's morning routine, like Dr. Jill Powers on the green machine. We've got a early show starting sometime soon, maybe even tomorrow. But on Wednesday, early version of that gameplays, because we've got things to cover. And then possibly Thursday, an early that game place. I keep on saying my game place. I guess technically it is, but that game place on YouTube will also have a Nintendo Direct. So we will be live twice this week, day after day. Let's see. Luke's in the house. Good to see you, Luke. we ended up with a few more folks strolling in, like Joanna, who I already said thank you to, and I hope everybody gives Mr. H a pat on the back. DL Fendel is here. In a world where Jack Black decimates Rachel Z. Well, never mind the coffee, gang. I need a drink. Yeah, me too. I got one right now. Thank you. There's Tom over on the green machine. Let's keep rolling. We got more people out there. More people makes it more better in the morning. We got lots of y'all. Lots of lurkers, I see. Ooh, hello, lurkers. Gallatin 910, the greatest radio station on the planet. Let's see, we've also got a few other folks bouncing in. Lots of things to get to today. Staccato DDS is good morning. Good morning. It's great to stay up late. Good morning to you and you and you and you. Look at you guys, you're on fire. Frank's here. Hello, Frank. Dr. Bravo, thank you for the chat this morning. I appreciate it. I do appreciate your note there, too. I responded as well. I do respond to videos when I can, if you make comments there, so thanks for that. Phobos is here. One of my favorite Canadians. I almost said he was my favorite one, but I can't pick. All of you Canadians are just so nice. Randall Orser's out there. Tomorrow is movie night, so if you want to join a watch party to watch Real Genius, one of Val Kilmer's great films, well, all you have to do is be a member and then check the community tab because I already made a post about it. So you can sign up early, get ready, and join us tomorrow night. Rogue Thinka is out there. And Libby Priest, good morning. We've got a few other folks like Tim Hayes is in the house. The Buck Diver is in the house. Minecraft maybe is like Rocky Horror or Mystery 3000. I think you're right. I think you are. And with that, we've got to go. In fact, the kids were going crazy in the audience. Bananas. Chicken Rider. Wild stuff. All right, who else is out there? Lots of other great humans. I appreciate you being here, like the lovely Juliet, who's wrenching away and watching us from afar, across the pond, so to speak. We do got a bear story. Dark Hero fan, good morning, my friend. Kit Kat with a Kit Kat. I love all these animal pictures. You guys know that. I'm a sucker for animal pictures. Griffin! Domeline, good morning. All right. 6 minutes starts now. Here we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Wherever you are and wherever you're watching, thanks for checking out the 6 Minute Daily. We have a lot to talk about, not a lot of time to do it in. 16 stories and all, and then a lot of bonus time because I'm going to do a Q&A with you on some stuff if you would like. What I do know is this. Tron Erie's trailer dropped. Interesting stuff. I don't know how excited people are about this. I am, but not in the way I was going to be. I love the Tron franchise. I thought the second film had some weak spots. This one has a clear weak spot. It's Jared Leto himself, but I'm hoping that I can overlook it and this turns out to be good. And I do not want there to be a Morbin time associated with this film. But hey, if wishes were horses and all that, we'd have, a better world. Narcos Mexico actor Manuel Masalva, thank you. He is in a medically induced coma because of a biological bacterial infection that's very aggressive. That does not sound good. That sounds like he got in touch with something that you're not supposed to. And hopefully they're able to resolve it because when these hit your brain and they're able to pass through the blood-brain barrier, you got big problems. Glen Powell says that Schwarzenegger gave him his full blessing to star in a Running Man remake. I, on the other hand, am not interested. I'm going to go try to watch this. If it's not good, I'll let you know. But I like Glen Powell. The idea of remaking certain movies is dumb. But what's not dumb is audiences are rising to the cause to see The Chosen Last Supper Part 1 and now Part 2. Big weekend for that. We're going to talk about that on Midnight's Edge of the Morning in a little while. Australia producer's body is trying to get the Australian government to pay attention to their plight and hopefully get some things put together in regards to the tariff deal. I'm not sure how tariffs directly would affect Australia when it comes to this side of the business, but hey, just making films over there might become more expensive. Don't know. I do know that when you get a raceless story from anywhere, then the minority was at the wheel of the minivan that crashes into a crowd near downtown Los Angeles Fashion District. If you want to know about soft racism, this is it. This is it. It comes straight from the Hollywood Reporter reporting on this terrible accident that injured 9 pedestrians. First of all, how did that happen down this alleyway that's just reserved for shopping in this situation in the Fashion District? And how did they get as far down as they did? If I remember correctly, normally there's K-rails that are there blocking it. So, but yeah, it's unclear what caused the accident. The person driving the minivan, which you won't identify. Soft racism. Minecraft movie. This is why we're here. It takes over the world with a 301 million global opening. And it did. The international box office was very close to the domestic box office. Very surprising for me. I guess this game is a global sensation. All the memes and Easter eggs are there. And let me tell you, the teens like the memes. And the memes are winning the world. And this movie did really well. Now, the question is, what's the fall off next weekend? Doesn't matter. It's already better than Snow White could ever hope to dream of. In fact, this film is likely to finish somewhere around $750–800 million. And boy, is that a bummer for Disney. Just a friendly reminder that if you didn't know, this is what's coming out of Canada as far as tariffs prior to the enforcement of tariffs from the U.S. side. Chicken was 263%, turkey 179%, butter 175%, dairy spreads 165%, certain fish products 160%, milk 155%. In other words, these are the tariffs that Canada placed on American goods. So if you want to know if tariffs are a good thing, 170 countries around the world have been using them against the United States. Got it? Okay. That's important because more than 50 countries have already capitulated to trade negotiations, offering zero in many cases so that they don't have to stumble over U.S. tariffs. Mind you, that would be a massive decrease in the cost of goods, unlike a lot of the stories that are being reported by the AP. And Trump says he's not backing down from the tariffs. He's calling them medicine for the market. Of course, that's probably exactly what they are. See, you have AP misinforming you, saying tariffs will make sneakers, jeans, and almost everything Americans wear cost more. Not if Vietnam has already settled in at 0% tariffs. If anything, it's going to make goods cheaper because their tariffs will be gone. I wonder how that works. And the reason that they report it the way they do is so they can add this little last part, trade groups warn. If they're reporting people's opinion as news, they did the same thing with the Fed chief saying that tariffs likely to raise inflation, which is already down to 1.4%, which is lower than we have seen in a very long time. And it's going to slow U.S. economic growth, which is not true because you're adding jobs, factories, other things like that. This guy is a consummate liar, and AP reports it as truth. You have Jaguar and Land Rover pulling the plug on U.S. shipments. Well, by the way, Tata is an Indian company, so they just manufacture what's left of Jaguar and Range Rover there. And U.S. consumers are buying big ticket items. This is not maybe the best plan. You do what you will with your money. I'm not going to advise you. But if things start to come in with zero tariffs, price of goods go down. People are not dumb. They're going to learn these lessons quickly, and they're going to be satisfied with the direction of the economy and the government. Because, big reminder, the stock market is not the economy. On that note, let's jump into bonus time. Okay, bonus time. And we have a bear story that I want to get to desperately. I'm going to call it Rub-a-Dub Bear. Rub-a-Dub Bear. Let's get to some Rub-a-Dub Bear. Ba-da. That's right. Black Bear takes a relaxing dip in a hot tub after walking up the couple's house like he owns it. That's right. This was reported yesterday. What a great story. I love it. As you see here, living in the mountains has its perks and breathtaking views. Hello, bear. But a Washington couple got the perfect reminder they live in bear country when a curious bear approached their backyard. And the man behind the camera during the March 24th encounter can hardly believe his eyes. And there he is. All right, here we are. Here we are. Let's take a look at this. Okay. So the bear walked over his coffee onto the deck. Oh, he says it's a black bear. It's a bad bear. And now, here we go. He's getting in the hot tub. There you go. Look at that. It's in the jacuzzi, having a relax. the guy narrating is like unbelievable. He's just chilling. He's just sitting there like he owns the place. The guy opened the door. All right, now you don't want to make the bear feel trapped. That's a bad plan. This is so funny. Now, okay. All right. I thought y'all would love that. I love the bear stories. I hope you do too. They're an awful lot of fun. I got friends that send me them all the time. And one of those friends is actually in the chat. I'm going to be showing some of the stuff that he put together here pretty quick. But I always think that's just a hoot and a half. Now, getting back to the box office, you'd think that a big weekend for one film would help the box office as a total. Actually, it barely got the. It came in just under 200 million for the total box office across the board for all 30 films. Something that I talked about in the video that I released early this morning. And if you take a look at that video, you'll recognize that the box office still isn't anywhere close to where it needs to be. But at least this is the jump start that we need. And now I'm going to take a look at some of the super chats and other things that came in while we were just going through the news. I just want to say again, thanks to everybody who is a major supporter of the channel. I appreciate you so very much, friends. You really do make things happen here that I couldn't do by myself. And JD Friel is here. Says, good morning, everyone. Just coming over from Ron Bradley. Hope everyone's Monday is going well. It's been a great Monday, my friend, and welcome from Follow the Bradleys Fun, one of my favorite channels. Lurkers represent, y'all. That's right, Tommy, and thank you for shouting it out. Appreciate you. Let's see. More and more folks jumped in. If I don't get your name, it's not because I didn't. It's not because I wanted to skip over. It's because I'm trying to cook through the chat. We got Dude Man Cuz out there and a few others. Av is here. Sander Hammerschlag, the freshly birthdayed just a week or so ago. Sin. It's a sin. Carl Singh is out there. We got a few more folks rolling through the door. Rolling. Classic Comics. Good morning, Classic Comics. Good seeing you. We got 2 super chats towards the total. I gave the timer a 2-hour window. We won't be here that long, just so we could get all the $5 plus supers together so I could actually play the clip of me being a bear fool. I'm always a bear fool. Caveat Ties is back, rumbling, stumbling, bumbling. Good to see you, Caveat Ties. Looks like the green machine's working today. The Bat Cap. Good to see you, my friend. I hope everything is going swimmingly. Nearsighted Cyclops out there. We've got Jonathan Conroy as well. Longest Parsec. Yes, Fat Elvis, one of my favorite films. Running Man. Look, I'm just worried. Every time they remake something, it super sucks. But it is what it is. Thanks for the thumbs up. Everybody hit the thumbs up. Let's get all the likes. Let's have all the likes. I would appreciate that. Look at all these amazing people. Love it. Penny is out there. And there it is. What I was looking for. Mexican Iron Man. One of the greatest humans on the planet says, new show. CDC Infection Casino. That doesn't sound good for me, Mike. Doesn't sound good. Watch live as Mexican Iron Man spins roulette to pick random viruses to infect culture. No. Will culture make it? Will he survive? Watch the wheel spin and the fun begins. Well, Mikey, all your great ideas always involve me and a lot of risk and probably death. I question whether or not your love for me is true. I'm kind of worried. Oh, I love you guys. I do. And I appreciate you. Hey, Curtis Joseph's in the house. Good to see you, my friend. We got a $10 super duper chat from SFX of 314 Sabertooth Raptor. Says, Snowhard Flop wishes it had Minecraft. Yes, it does. Bob, I was trying hard to reprogram HAL 9000 to do better for him at the box office. HAL 9000, a true AI, is actually reprogramming Bob instead. He may never know. Well, I can tell you right now, he needs reprogramming. He was a terrible weatherman, and turns out, terrible human being as well. Loves his yachts, though. All right, we got a few other folks in the chat. Thank you guys for the major gifties this morning. Jay, your favorite letter in the alphabet, or should I say the favorite number? Good to see you, Jay. Thanks for being here. Who else out there? Who else? I'm kind of bummed out because I Narcos is one of the few shows that when I can borrow somebody's Netflix, I watch. So yeah, that's good. Doth Soy Walker is in the chat. Good to see you. Good to see you, Doth Soy Walker. No, we could definitely talk about a tariff. A tariff is a market manipulation tool that allows for a benefit on one side and a cost of some sort on the other. So yeah, tariffs have been a financial instrument between countries that are utilizing trade in order to help one side incredibly level up. The problem is if you're the United States, you pay tariffs on extraordinary things when they're brought into the country. And then or I should say, when you export things from the country, when you bring things into the country, they're usually, along the lines of fair trade or the WTO's guidelines. I think Trump's going to ignore the WTO, but yeah. And what we'll take a look at is the fact that basically we're living in an astroturf society these days. Between the news, all these protests that you saw over the weekend, which were trumped up bologna sausage, and I'm not saying the President Trump, I'm saying these were all paid protesters that were being given guidelines into what and how they had to do things. This has been going on for an extraordinarily long period of time, and decent chance that decent proportion of the Summer of Love folks are paid as well. This is a big problem. Anyway, let's see who else is out there in the world. We got a few other folks. Spaceship Vampire, nature at its finest. Yeah, the hot tub thing is just great. I knew everybody would love that. Probably going to get dinged for it. We got John the Beagle Dad in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Stream Elements is too. I do not know. I did not turn Stream Elements on or off. It stopped working about 2 years ago, and now it started working again. How odd. Running with scissors. Good to see you. Happy Monday, everybody. Indeed. Is this live with 10 Culture Casino memberships? I love it. I thank you. Okay, we are looking really good for the bear time. Lots of people getting some subs. Thank you so very much for that. I do appreciate it. Is this live? Regardless, when you take a look at what Canada was charging us for us to, have these tariffs, it's the same thing across the board. We've been taken advantage of for a long time. bringing tariffs to other countries, making them pay the bulk of these things, adjusts everybody's attitudes rather quickly. 50% of the nations around the globe that are regular trade partners with the United States will have been at the table or are begging to be at the table to negotiate tariffs in the future. 170 countries around the world charge the U.S. tariffs. If tariffs are bad, what do you got there? Staccato DDS, $9.99. 10 Culture Casino Cash says, so far it's not looking like likely a Black Monday. Trump's approach is hasty, but I agree with reciprocal tariffs or hopefully free trade. And that's where I think we should be. I don't care about another country's hardship anymore. I care about America hardship. I don't want anybody else to suffer, especially our close partners like Mexico and Canada. Really don't. What I want is for things to be fair. I am not interested in making up a competitive gap between countries. Just not. A lot of jobs, and you're looking at the number of factories that left this country. That is one of the talking points out there. I don't care. The manufacturing capacity of the United States was sent elsewhere, was supposed to be for cheaper goods. Where are we at? Well, with inflation and all this other stuff, the goods are not cheaper. Not only that, they've gone up ridiculously, and production in the United States has gone elsewhere. I mean, honestly, there are plenty of jobs that would be available had we not sacrificed for the stock market, which honestly, that's the case. And in terms of the stock market, it's important to understand that even, the stock market's a wealth game. Okay. I'm going to take a look at, let's see, this is the Twing one, GN. 671. Nope, that's not it. That's it right there. All right. So this is Robert Reich. By far, not conservative. Not in any way. Very, very much on the opposite side of the equation from Trump. And he's driving home a point here, saying the richest 0.1% own 70% of stocks. Understand, in the United States. The richest 1% own 50% of stocks. Okay? That's 1% owning 50%. That only leaves 50% left. The bottom 50% own 0.7% of stocks. So, the stock market is not the economy. And it's not. Is it nice to have that? Is it good to have, your 401k or a Roth IRA or any of those other things? Certainly. But when you see the effects of the stock market, can that market be a reflection of the economy or a reflection of the performance of individual companies? Certainly. But when real household income has actually declined over the 20 years since China was let into the WTO by $1,200 or $1,300 in actual buying power, it's not good. Wages stagnated substantially, except in specific areas. And there are a lot of fake jobs out there. And the fake jobs are being eliminated, most of them tied to government. And look, we are a capital-based system here. One of the things that I always find amusing is that we can bring the price of goods down in the United States by manufacturing the goods here. Or we can at least keep the prices the same Inflation is going down dramatically. And when you're doing a zero tariff situation with Taiwan, do you think that the price of your shoes, your clothing, and everything else would come down? I think there's going to be a lot of less expensive clothing items, despite the story that the AP was trying to peddle because of what some quote unquote trade organizations say. I'm getting sick and tired of the way things are put together. Why are you dressed like Steve? I don't know, Mr. Grant Gregory. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Been a minute. We really need to talk. I've been trying to talk to you. Mexican Iron Man. Morgan King is talking to Mexican Iron Man. But it's good to see you guys. Yeah. Who else is in the house? We got a lot of great people here. Oh, no. I'm saving those. I'm saving I'm saving the beach bear photos. I'm saving them. I'm saving them. Rogue Thinker, I'm sure you're making a good point here. At this point, though, uneven trade has been a massive detriment to the United States for a long time. And the reason that they were made bigger, and you know this, the reason that they were enormous numbers is to get the other country's attention to have a negotiation to change the leverage to the right side of the equation. Well, I mean, honestly, making it simplistic is more to understand. Let me ask a question. Why does the U.S. provide all of the security with the U.S. military, the Navy, for shipping routes and ships and things like that? And does that come with an expense? Is that offset by anything? We've got a lot of different things in play here. So we can talk about it simply, or we can talk about it in a different way. But SFX F314 Sabertooth Raptor for 5 Coach Casino Cash. Did you have a chance to look at the ship I sent you? I did not. I will try to get to my email today. I'm sorry about that, my friend. I will get to it. I have been well overwhelmed. Cyrano 2960 says, heard about the bear dance video at work. We'll watch on replay. Be safe, all. You bet. Looks like we're going to get it anyway. Thanks to all the generosity on that side. Istafobos for 2 says, Unmasked by Andy No. Great book on truth of BLM. Oh, I bet. Hey, our good friend Commander Ed Straker is here. Let's see what else is out there. Got a lot of folks. Caradwin is joining us. Good to see you. Yeah, and that's the bigger problem is stagflation, right? The malaise that was the Carter era was not bueno at all. Hopefully we avoid it. So I'm thinking Snow White had a rough weekend. It did, Gory Eye Beast. Finished in 4th place outside the top 3. It was beaten by The Chosen, Last Supper Part 2, Working Man, and of course, Minecraft. Although there was a 55% drop for Working Man. So that was kind of disappointing. I think it came in at 7 million. Chosen, I think, is a little over 6. And Snow White also at 6, but a little under Chosen. Is this live? There's a theory spreading on the series of tubes that stock market instability is intentional to drive down the rate on T-bills, since your government has to refinance 10 trillion in debt this year. Well, that wouldn't, if that were the strategy, and I think I saw this try to be reinforced by the George Snuffleupagus guy for ABC. I guess I could see that. That would certainly help, bringing interest rates down substantially. I can tell you that the Fed chair doesn't want that to happen. And again, being independent is being independent. Supposedly the government doesn't control interest rates, so it's done by the Fed. And the Fed, of course, has somebody who's incredibly corrupt in charge of it right now, WEF guy. So there you are. Would that work? It would bring interest rates down. That wouldn't be bad. Scrolling. Caradwin says, I like The Beekeeper more. A lot of people have said that to me. I'm going to have to see. Now, the latest film, Working Man, is part of a series of books by Chuck Dixon. I wonder if they plan to make more. And if they do, what do you think they'll cost? And will they make money? So at the end of the day, you're starting to see MGM Studios leaning towards the making money side of the equation. So there's that. John Durham is in the house. Good to see you. The biggest holder of debt is government, including Social Security. Yes. Yeah. Wouldn't it be nice for that to start to shrink and go away? Be fascinating. John Durham. People took money out of the market to go see the Minecraft movie. There you go. That's a great statement. That's funny. Do I want to end Social Security? Nope, I don't. And I don't believe that's on the table, but okay. I pre-ordered the Minecraft movie, but never played the games. What's amazing is this. I don't think that any of the adults, some of the adults in the audience probably had played the game, but I think that really it hit its target audience, and that was a younger generation. As somebody described in the chat earlier, it's kind of like going to the Rocky Horror Picture Show, in as much as everybody was just kind of cheering in the theater. They were waiting for the memes. The chicken rider thing set the audience into crazy state. There are many videos of that. I think Valiant Renegade showed one last night, so it's kind of funny. But I don't know. It's an interesting thing when you think about what happens if you satisfy your audience. If you target an audience, you know what they are, and then they and you know what they would enjoy, and so you give them that, and they react like positively, like in joy, in celebration, in excitement. And yes, Tom, we are going to talk soon. Sorry about that. For fun, I mean, to today's video, I didn't even add the shopping shelf, but today's video, I'm going to go back in and add the shopping items in there. If somebody wanted to try Minecraft, they could click on the button here on the YouTube when I do stuff like that, and you just click on it and buy it right there. Pretty neat stuff. I get a small commission. I'm not going to lie. I'm just doing it because I want to see if it affects viewership on videos and live streams. So there's that. Hey, Brian, good to see you. Thanks for popping in late. Brandon, the anime guy, is here. He celebrates 12 months of membership saying, culture! Minecraft is a meme movie. Going to see it. It is a meme movie. It's all memes. All the memes. All the memes. Staccato DDS for 10. Culture Casino Cash says, hoping Epic shops the movie rights rather than let Disney screw it up. Yeah. Hoping Epic shops the movie rights rather than let Disney screw it up. I always want the best deal for the rights holder. I'm assuming you're referring to Fortnite. That's an assumption on my part. If I'm wrong, just say it in the chat. You don't have to super chat again. But if they do shop the rights, I'm sure somebody else will be there to pick them up. Whether or not Disney outbids them is a thing. And you could always make an offer to one party without putting it out there for everybody to go at. I know that seems counter to instinct, but you want your product, your license deals to perform well. Disney has a track history now of not performing well with somebody else's rights. That's bad. Anyway, thank you for the super chat. Yep, Fortnite. That's what I expected. Yeah. We're on the same wavelength, Staccato. Mark Daly in the house. Good to see you, my friend. And thank you, Brandon, the anime guy. Look at all these memberships. My goodness, you guys. It's amazing. Are there Culture Casino hoodies? I think I need one. There are, actually. The boss actually has a couple of the different designs, but they are out there. If you go to beachpunk.us or beachpunk.com, it's all one word, beachpunk. There's a bunch of gear and stuff there. I've got hats and all kinds of things. Or I should. We're actually in the process of remaking a lot of gear. And when we launch the new Culture Casino website, which is coming here by the end of this month, I'm told, it will have its own shop, which will be easier to shop just for my gear. And I've got some stuff on the back burner that's going to be specific to the culturecasino.com website. Not to mention the fact that it will have its own members area where members are going to be able to access like the past watch parties and all of the other things over there. So I'm really kind of excited for that to get launched. And there will be merchandise at the meetup on the 17th. If you're coming to the meetup in Vegas, I think it's the 17th. And there will be merch there to purchase as well. And I think my hats will be here by then, I hope. So there's that. So I'm pretty excited about that. Good morning, Hampton, and good morning to Mark Daly. I think I said already, but just wanted to double check. Feliato is here. What would they do with a movie? People play Fortnite for all the crossovers, not the actual Fortnite gameplay, which the majority of people don't even know about. You know, I don't know, that banana guy. Probably the banana guy. Plus, it would be a cross-licensing deal, so you probably would try to I think you could probably get like a partnership together with Lionsgate for use of their IP, things like that. The problem is how would you do it? Would you do it as a full computer animated film, or would you try to make it live action? I mean, what would you do? Could you imagine being pulled into Fortnite? That'd be kind of a fun storyline. kind of like Tron, only different. I don't know. Be some neat stuff. Ms. Pick Cafe says, "Is the boss in charge of Beach Punk merch? If so, I'll talk to her at Vegas then." Actually, it'd probably be more effective to talk to Comics Division, Ian K. If you talk to Ian at the meetup, Ms. Pick Cafe, you probably get a little bit farther. It depends on what you mean in charge. Like we all like try to get our own designs together for our merch. And then the Beach Punk is obviously an entirely separate brand. But I think out of just laziness, we carry our own merch over there. That's going to change once everybody's website's set up. But I'm kind of excited for this Vegas meetup. So I can't wait to see you. A lot of people are showing up. It'll be a good time. Let's see. Luke. Oh, you guys are just going to work on conversation. I'm not going to interrupt that. Oh, okay. All right. See you, Curtis. Thanks for being here, my friend. And you keep at it. And thanks for being here every day. I appreciate it, Curtis. Take it easy, my man. Like I said, tomorrow is Tuesday. Tuesday is a very long day. There will be a member watch party tomorrow. So if you're a member in any capacity on my channel, here or on Rumble, you will you'll be eligible. In fact, you can go sign up right now to watch the watch party with us. It's always a good time, lots of fun, and I think we'll have a good time. Do you have to be a beach punk to purchase the beach punk merch? No, we're not a motorcycle club, so no. And of course, there will be the new hats have the rooster patch on them. I hope they get here in time. They're really cool. Rooster. Yeah. Thank you, Punk Waddle. Peely. It's good to see you, my friend. I feel like you've been missing. But Punk Waddle's here to say, Peely, the banana guy. Yeah. There's a light storyline with Fortnite. I bet. But somebody's going to have to explain to me the flying school bus. It's very strange. Hey, Eric and Raph are here. Hello. I saw Hampton. RJ McReady. It's amazing the money a movie makes when it isn't completely insulting the audience. Yeah, right? Piles of it. Enormous, giant, heaping piles of money. I like money. You guys like money? Money's important. Do. I get to see Mike pretty soon. Really excited about that. I tried being a beach punk once. You are beach punk through and through, my friend. Through and through. D-Bud Martin in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Check the post section of Culture's channel if you're a member and you want to join the Real Genius Watch Party. D-Bud, you are on top of everything, my friend. Amazing stuff. Amazing. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure the shills will find some way to make not insulting the audience a hate crime. Yeah, well, let me tell you, there was a recent state that decided that if you quote unquote misgender somebody, it's discrimination. Okay, what's the punishment for discriminating? People discriminate all the time. I prefer blue rather than orange. It's discrimination right there. The problem is when you make something loosely worded, it can be misinterpreted all the time. Well, I mean, the biggest key joke is right in front of everybody. I mean, even in Blackjack actually calls out the chicken rider one. And I think it's chicken jockey, not rider, but chicken jockey. Yeah, very funny. So there's that. Is the demise of the Sunday show permanent? Well, for a while. It's not permanent. I will eventually bring back a Sunday night show because I love the time slot and doing what I do. And most people are just trying to get a last chuckle in before the week. And that's what that show was about. It's to throw some humor at things and cover some not very serious subjects like, the lonely fans, craziness and stuff like that. And pretty soon that whole thing's going to be dominated by AI fake things. So there's that. But I wouldn't say it's over forever. It's just it's on a longer hiatus until, again, if the channel gets big enough and the revenue gets large enough, it'll be easier to hand stuff off to people and pay them for their efforts so that the other things that are weighing on me can be dealt with without interfering with shows and editing and all the other stuff that gets done here. So always comes down to money. I think they talked about something on Friday Night Tides. No, I'm with you, Putin's cat. I'm just telling you what a recent state law was passed. Yeah, I'm with you. Oh, I love doing cultures. Excuse me, Chad St. John. I love doing a Culture Casino show on Sunday nights. It's very close to impossible right now. That may change. Maybe we should outlaw dropping an F bomb in every sentence. Yeah, like I said, cursing is only effective when it's used effectively in a limited way. At least that's my opinion. All right, Snort. Have a great nap, and everybody else. We are going to wrap up. We've got Midnight's Edge in the morning coming up in 25 minutes. Mondays are usually full of lots of information. That show in particular. I promise you we're going to talk at length about the box office. And you know what? That's a good thing. Snow White, definitely going to be a subject to talk about. We are over 36,000 subscribers to the channel now, 36,201 as of this very moment. I have to thank each and every one of you for that. Tomorrow we will have a very short stream and a bunch of streams. So you'll go place to place to place to place all day long, and it should be a lot of fun. We will be getting into 1 or 2 live streams a week on that gameplays plus game performance. In other words, I'm going to be on there to Suffers Assassin's Creed some more, and then there will be even more of these. I guess what are they called? Podcasts and things like that to follow up on. We've got, I've got 3 videos out today plus today's live stream, so for 4 total things. And I'm looking forward to you guys taking a look at them because, today's video is already doing well, thanks to you guys, about the $300 million earnings for Minecraft. And we also have we also have a couple more, one on the Marvels and how that was actually forced to fail, believe it or not. And there's a third one out there. What is that? I don't know, something fascinating. Oh, it's on a video game. It's on this new game coming out, South of Midnight. I think. So you'll want to check that one out as well. That game is DOA when it officially releases tomorrow, although it's been out in early access for several days now, and its performance is not well is not as good as you would want for a new game. So we'll have to see what that is. But it's, of course, compromised by all the politics of the day. On that note, I just want to say thanks again. We're going to play the Bear Celebration right now. So buckle up. Here we go. All right. There you go. A little bit of the dancing bear. We're gonna cut that clip officially to about a 30-second spot, and that'll be a regular thing in the chat. I've got more coming of me acting a fool, dancing in various ridiculousness. So keep your eye out for those. We're gonna be hopefully we're gonna be celebrating 40,000 here pretty soon. We are less than 4,000 away. It's all up to you guys. If you share the stream, share the dream, watch the videos, and make the comments, it seems to drive the algorithm, and I appreciate it. For those of you not interested in Midnight's Edge in the morning, you can always check out the videos I've got on my channel. But for those of you that are, it starts in a little over 25 minutes. You'll be redirected there automatically. For those of you on the green machine, we've got a special video coming up for you at the end of the week, just on Rumble. And for those of you on X, thank you very much for following me there and catching all the live streams and, well, maybe going to a platform to see a video or two. On that note, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and until next time, enjoy a humorous commercial.
Are you tired of the same old buffet food at Wang's? Have you had enough dong to last you a lifetime? Well, take just a few more steps past those single-minded restaurants and dive into Sherry's Slam & Clam. Sherry's Slam & Clam Shellfish Bar is truly all you can eat, unlike the 2-shrimp limit that stingy bastard Wang has. In a hurry, let Sherry stuff your box. To go! Be shellfish and take all you want from Sherry's Slam & Clam. Located next to the 3rd Street Bolorama, Sherry's is open 6 days a week. If you are looking to slam clam, get to Sherry's today.